on, I believe. It's already Tuesday. Hello, happy Tuesday, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. How is your day going? It's almost 7 p.m. here in New York. And I know most of the world, in most places of the world, it's summertime. But sometimes I'm just chatting with some friends today. And hello, Stephen. Thanks for joining. I was chatting with some friends today and they said, well, it's winter here in Australia. So if you're in that part of the world, um, yeah, so that's that. But we're having a really great summer here in New York, and I'm coming back to you with the topic of how to create your own purpose-driven lifestyle as an entrepreneur. We now know after COVID that some of the most important values that I speak to people daily as I help them align their life and business on purpose is really spending time with family, traveling, and doing meaningful work they love. These are the top 3 values that I think a lot of us are coming out of the pandemic with a lot more clarity, that's sort of what most of everyone that I speak to is looking for. So I'm coming on to really talk to you guys regarding an opportunity to make just that happen with the big, amazing brand of Arbonne. I want to know, you guys let me know where you are, first of all, joining me from in the community. And also, if you have ever heard of Arbonne before. Hello, Ariona. Ariona is she's amazing, amazing part of the team there, of the family. Stephen, hello. Stephen, let me know if you heard of Arbonne before. And I can't really see the comments here, but let me know as I'll be able to take a look at them after if you have heard of Arbonne before. And if you have heard of Arbonne before, hello. If you have heard of Arbonne before, let me know if you have tried any of the products. So Arbonne is a 40-year-old brand with vegan, plant-based, and organic product that are not tested on animals. Okay, awesome, Stephen. So I will attempt to explain in this live today some of the features of the company and also why it might be an amazing opportunity for someone that is looking to really have a more freedom and purpose-based lifestyle, as I mentioned before. So it is, those are some of the main features of its products. So they're amazing products. It's a product-based company, and it's been in the market for 40 years. So of course, it's already built its brand, reputation, culture, and of course, the investment that they make in their products, which is so important. I always say, just being a business strategist, I know how important it is that in order to sustain yourself long-term in business, you have to make sure that your offer, whether it's a product or service, is up to par. And it's really amazing, and it can really cause transformation in people, right? You want to make sure that your offer is always being improved and is helping people. So that is something that Arbonne has available as well. So 40-year-old brand, it has $847 million in sales. So that's how big this company is. And it's 22 in top 22 company in the top selling industry, because this is the industry Arbonne is in, right? So direct selling industry, top 22 company, and it has $847 million in sales. And this was me quoting this from end of 2022. So I'm sure now they are on their way to more. But yes, Stephen, amazing. So I'll tell you exactly how they actually were able to build that business model, right? Because that is something that takes a lot of contribution from people, and how you can actually be part of that as well. The other thing that the company does really well is the community culture, right? The community culture of people uniting together and really helping one another in the way that the business model is built, so that everyone is really in the business for themselves, right? So this is a turnkey business. It's a lifestyle legacy business because you don't have to create the wheel. The company's already created the products. They go direct selling, means that they go from You as the brand ambassador, if you decide to be part of the company as a brand ambassador, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that, to consumer, right? It goes straight to their home. So there's no inventory. I worked in the retail industry for over 15 years. I know how much inventory, how much management, and how much money is tied to inventory. So there's no inventory. The structures, the systems, the foundations of the company are already built. So that's why it's a turnkey business, right? So it already has the business model, he has the brand built, he has the culture built, and he has an amazing compensation structure, right? Which is what most people are interested in, right? Because I always say, in order to build a legacy driven business, you do need to make both impact and income, right? You can't just make impact, you do have to make income as well. Because let's face it, we need money for everything, right? Things are only going up, they're not going down, right? So money is the tool of how we actually are going to create and have more choices in our lives. So we do need that. But of course, in order to stay long term and to stay fulfilled, you can't do it for the money, you have to do it for the impact. So Arbonne does this really, really well, as not only is a legacy business for 40 years, a big brand, but also it's a B corporation, which means it's gone through a lot of tests and trials as far as making sure that their products are really science related and are organic, plant-based, and not tested on animals. And one of their missions is not only to help people, empower them for their health and wellness, in really improving their health and wellness and becoming the better version of themselves in those areas, but also to save the planet. They have a Flourish Foundation, which helps youth with mental health. I know this is such a big cause right now, especially, and it's been for many years. So that's why I say, when you have the income, you can do more good. Purpose-driven entrepreneurs that make income, they always use that income to do more good in the world and to change certain things and make their impact in the world that they actually can through their business. So those are some of the main things. It is based out of US, UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and Poland right now, with global expansions in very near future. Because let's face it, we're living in a global world. So what does that mean for you? You could do it out of anywhere, where those places are, and people can join from any of those countries there. So that's where it is. And like I mentioned, the products, so that's kind of how the products work. So as far as the lifestyle business, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Yep, Stevens, I'll go right into that. How do you join them as a brand ambassador? That's a really great question. So when it comes to the business models, I'm going to talk a little bit about that, because I'm sure that's the most interesting part, right? So how can you partner in a business that's already turnkey, where you have really, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I work with lots of entrepreneurs. So obviously a lot of us, I built my own business from scratch. I'm a business strategist. So that's what I do for a living. I help other people grow their businesses. So, and many times we have to create offers, right? We have to brand ourselves. We have to build it all from scratch. So in this way, it's already done for you. That's why it's a turnkey business. So the way that the levels work is you can join as a brand ambassador, and then you can move up levels. I always say like maybe corporate levels, let's call it that way, because I work for corporations. So it's kind of similar in the way that you go up the levels of how you can build a business pretty much through Arbonne. So you become a brand ambassador, which they call you a consultant. And then you can go to district manager level, and then you can go to area manager level, and then regional manager, I believe, is after that. And then there's more levels up there. So I think it's about 4 levels that you can grow into. So you don't only grow from the sales that you make from the products that you share word of mouth with, first of all, by trying themselves, because I always know that we have to be the brand, right? We have to try the products ourselves, and we have to ensure that we agree and we understand the value of them before we could speak about them with anyone else. That's just kind of how everything works, right? And we are in this era of social selling, is what we call, or word of mouth, right? I mean, it's only now more powerful because of social media, right? So people always buy for people from people they know, like, and trust. So once you try the products yourself, this is kind of how it works for you to build your own business within Arbonne. So you become that, and then you also have earning potentials, like I said, from the sales of the products and also the team that you build. So it's pretty much you building your own organization, Stephen, underneath this company. Under the umbrella of Arbonne, you're building your own company. You're building your own organization. You have your own clients and you have your own team members, right? You have your own team. So that's kind of how that works, which is so brilliant. So you build your organization underneath the big umbrella and the brand that has already created so many resources, not to mention all the training that is provided, right? Because that's another thing that a lot of people that go into business, might want to benefit from, right? Because business is a journey. So learning how to grow business is also a lot of those skills that, isn't it? It's amazing, Stephen. It's one of those skills that is provided for you, right? So it's like, you're not left alone. They always say that you are in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself, because of course there's so many people that have gone before you. So many mentors is what I call that, have already built a successful business with it, and they share and they also mentor you on their teams. So it's almost a repeatable system that could be repeated, that is already created, and you get to have access to the sky's the limit. There is no limitation, not only in your income, but also in the learning and growing that you can do with a company, right? That's the other part. Because when I worked for a corporation, I can only go so far. There was a cap in my position. And in this way, you are the CEO, you're the visionary leader of your own organization. So it's up to you how big you build it, right? So you're going to build it small to just sustain and give yourself that income that you're looking for based on your goals and your stage and phase of life. Or are you going to build it for it to be a legacy business for you to leave to your family, your children, whatever else you want to do with that as an asset on your will, right? It becomes an asset. So that's the other part of what you can actually do with that as well. So Stephen, let me know, or anyone, let me know that's listening, if there are any questions regarding the way sort of how the business model works. If you guys want more information, there's a website, arbonne.earnings.com, and you can go in and review pretty much average incomes on some of those positions that I mentioned of how you can actually grow the company. So that's also information that's very easily accessible. Back to the products. The products, the line of the products are skincare, nutrition, cosmetics, and personal care. Those are the four main categories of products that Arbonne offers. So if you think of everyone you know, including yourself, this really covers everything that we always need, right? And that's the other amazing part of this. Yes, Arbonne .earnings.com. arbonne.earnings.com. That's the website you can go, and you could check out all the average earnings for you to have a better idea. Doing research, guys, is amazing. So Stephen, thanks so much for asking those questions, because I believe that, doing your research is really important for those of you that might need more on those details. And also there's so much information on the products. I'll include a website of where you guys can find all these categories of products, as I mentioned. But the good news is the products are not only amazing, not only top notch as far as what they invest in the science behind the skincare nutrition line for sure, but also that our personal care repeatable, are items, products that people are going to need to reuse, right? So that's another really important thing, that you are selling and you're generating income ongoing, because it has a repeatable sales system where your clients are going to keep purchasing because obviously they love the brand, they stay loyal to the brand, they have amazing results, and they can keep using, the same products and order more. Hello, Anita. Thanks so much for joining. So that is how that works, that part of the business model. So some of the advantages, like I said, lifestyle, entrepreneurship, turnkey business, limitless income, time freedom. You can do it from just your phone. You have your online store. So that's what you want to think about, right? You have your online store. Again, I work for a retail industry in my corporate job. So I was part of, I was executive leader to many physical store locations, right? So this is what you do with this. You have your online store available anywhere, guys. You can send it anywhere and to anyone. You can just share links, put things in a shopping cart, recommend, and people can have access to the products delivered straight to their door. So that's how that works. I mentioned purpose-driven versus profit-driven. And I know as a business strategist, in order for you to be in the market 40 years or plus, you have to be purpose-driven. So that is what that is. Youth entrepreneurship. You see a lot of parents, mostly moms with their children in the company, which I think it's like the best, because entrepreneurship for youth, molding our youth in this entrepreneurial era that we're all going into is a very, very smart modeling that we can do for our children. But not only that, but also equipping them for the future. So I know every parent that I've ever speak to is always concerned over where are they doing a good job with their parenting so that they prepare their children for the future. Well, this is that opportunity. So youth entrepreneurship is another really amazing, I would say, value of Arbonne. And of course, I mentioned legacy business, right? You build it as big, it's your own organization. You build it as big or as small as you want, for it to be. So those are some of the main benefits. I will include the website with the products so you guys could check out the products. Most people start being a consumer, right? So this is the 3 ways to start. You can be a regular customer, consumer, as I say, or client. You could try some of the products on your own and see for yourself how you love them. Or you can be a preferred client where it's just like you get a membership, you can become preferred, you're part of the club, right? You're part of the culture of Arbonne. So you're part of the club, and then through purchasing that preferred client membership, you get deals, discounts all year round with the products. There's always something happening, right? So you save money on the products long term, for which people, that's what they do most of the time because they're using the products over and over and they're loyal to them. I didn't want to share my personal experience, but I've become a skincare was never part of my routine. And my skin has never looked better with feeding it natural ingredients through its skincare line. And I'm also on a health journey with Arbonne products. So of course, I'm gonna always be a loyal client. That's why I'm a brand ambassador. And my point to that is that when you become a preferred client, you get to order these products and you get offers, sales, discounts, promotions, free deals on your card, shopping cart, and so much more for just $29 a year. I don't know how much a Costco membership is. Yes, I do realize Costco is bigger. It's a big store and you can buy more bulk, but that's the idea of the preferred client with Arbonne as well. So you do that. And then the other third part for you to start with them is becoming an amazing brand ambassador or a consultant. And Stephen, this is for you. The fee for that is just $49 US dollars and 59 Canadian. Right? So, I mean, it's just not even worth mentioning, I believe, at least, because it's like you're investing in your own turnkey business for $49. It's almost too good to be true, because it is. And in many ways, I always find, because I do teach my clients how to grow their businesses. And a lot of times we don't want to attract clients that don't value our services or products, because when you don't pay a lot for something, we just don't give it as much value, right? But this is how that is. This is how Arbonne has built their business model, right? So $49, you become part of a community, you have your own turnkey organization that you're running in no time. And then you just get ready to share the word, use the products yourself, of course, step one. Step two, love them. Step three, share it with people you know. And step four, grow your team. So really in 4 steps, you can have a legacy business. I love steps because that's how my brain works. So I hope that's kind of helpful in the way that I just shared that. No problem. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to go check that website now. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Stephen. For those of us that have investor mindsets, this is an amazing opportunity as well. Yes, it's definitely so cheap, right? So for those of us, this is another way to look at this, because this is how I go about business opportunities myself, just understanding the world of business. If you have an investor mindset, this is another amazing way to look at it. You're just diversifying your income, and you're just adding another big brand underneath your portfolio, right? So if you already have your business, great, keep it, grow it, right? But you get to also utilize a lot of the skills you have in your business to do this with under the major big brand of Arbonne. So this is for my entrepreneurs. And if you're not an entrepreneur, that's okay. Not everyone starts in the company as an entrepreneur. You get so much training. You don't have to learn how, you don't have to know anything. You just have to have a good heart and desire to build something for yourself, which is honestly the smartest thing to do in today's very uncertain world. With everything happening, we only can control what we can control. So it's like a gift, honestly, at the end of the day. It's like a gift that is given for people that can go at their own space, their own pace and speed. There's people in the company that are doing this at retirement. There's people in the company doing this while they're raising their children. There's entrepreneurs like myself adding this onto their portfolio. There is also college students. There is youth joining, 18 plus. You can join. Under 18, you can't. I checked because my daughter's 15. Not yet, but you know, there's like such a diverse culture, which is something that I so appreciate, from every community, every culture, every age, every life school, every journey that you can possibly think of. So that's kind of the power of Arbonne anyway. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Thanks so much for joining me. And I hope it was clear. I hope you could see the passion. I hope you could see this as a great opportunity for you to add to the things that you're doing, so that I always say, you want a thing, you want to have a long-term vision for your life, right? You want to understand that if you want to get somewhere and have the lifestyle that you've been dreaming of, which is what I said, I'm pretty accurate, I think. You guys let me know in the comments if you know your values don't really go with more time for yourself, more family time, travel, financial freedom, and also, you know, meaningful work. Those are really 5 values that I see over and over repeating, just in different ways. So if you're not one of those people, then I don't know, maybe this is not for you. But if you are one of those people that is looking for those values and aligning yourself with a company that already has those values and has amazing success stories and people that already built it, done it, then this might just be the gift that I can give you, right? Just like my amazing business partner gave the gift to me, which is right here, Yulinda, and I thank her every day for the opportunity. You know, the gift has to keep on giving. So I'm giving this gift to you as well. So I hope that you will receive it, and you are at that phase and stage that you're looking for something, and this live just came to you at the perfect time. But even if not, just knowing education, guys, is powerful. This is why one of my other passions is to teach, educate in really opportunities and all the areas of our lives if we possibly can, right? Within this lifetime. Or we can find mentors and we can do it faster. But, I just have a passion for just learning. So just really educating yourself and understanding there is this opportunity available. It's the gift that I hope that I served with, just sharing my experiences, sharing what I know about this amazing opportunity and company. So as usual, thanks so much for you guys for joining. And you guys know where I am. DM me for more information. I will share the website link and let's have a conversation. Let me answer your questions, anything that might come up from the live. I'd be more than happy to have a really great conversation after as well. Thanks so much. Have a good rest of your day. Bye, everybody.